Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. With about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Let's get up. Great stone, travel. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check, cross.
Now Bernard. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Here we go. 90. Wolf. 59. And it's Copper. Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Charlie. Ready, go.
They're going to look to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Zoom, fellas, let's go. 57's the mic. Let's get the ball. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Tighten up. Pull it together. Hey, Texas, go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Gross. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Check out read.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to go down again. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Play action. Now Wentz. Flushed out right. That was going to let it go deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Wentz now to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the Ravens' 34-yard line.
Waiting! Go. 40. 2 jet.
Here's Wentz to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Working from the gun, Wentz. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Nasir Adderley making like his Hall of Fame cousin Herb as he gets a hand in to knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following that punt, which turned out as well as it possibly could have, this offense has 99 yards to go to the other end zone.
And the defense is frothing at the mouth with a chance to get points themselves. If they tackle a runner in the end zone, safety. And if there's a holding call in the end zone, that's also a safety as well. So either way you decide to go on offense, you've got to be careful.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, Eckler. And they'll get him down up past the 15. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18.
Smoke. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. 36. Undercrunch.
Now they'll try the jet sweep here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Ready, set. 57's Mike. Watch twist. Spawn. 22 jet bomber. He's coming. We got double up. Watch that.
Now Eckler. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Here we go. Set. 70 in. Check, 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 check. Ready.
They'll drop the throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gross. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. We're scoreless after one. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now a carry for Bernard. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go. Back man. Straight 15. Straight 15.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Come on, set. 10 Tucson. Get that quarterback. And on. Hot.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Hey, we haven't been around the entire time football's been played, but we have studied our history, and there have been some great backs who've been accused of running out of bounds to protect themselves. Well, back in the day, many people didn't like that. But nowadays, take care of the football, show some intelligence, live to fight another down.
First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7.
Joker. Switch. No. Off.
1st down, and they stick with Eckler. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Switch it.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Ronald Jones, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play, end result, touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
They're on 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Okay, just like that. Just like that. Hey, alert 3.
To throw, it's Wentz. That's complete. Bernard. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it here with Bernard. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here we go. 180. Watch the run. Hey, empty.
Wentz now on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Mike, 53.
To throw is Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19.
Delta. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. You. What's that?
From the gun, it's Wentz. Going deep here for Parker. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur. That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
Wide, get wide. Kill.
Here is Heckler. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Foxtrot. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Recon 132 fight. Switch.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gross. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Great 15, great 15.
Back near the goal line. Here's Wentz. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, he tried to get rid of it. Pressure was coming right in his face, and it turned out to be a bad thing.
And it's so easy to be critical of him in that spot. When you have all those people bearing down on you, probably his last thought was just get rid of the ball. Give them what they want. Unfortunately, he gave it to them too well. Picked it off, ran it back for a touchdown.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Back to the air on second down. Wentz. Oh, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number 1. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Okay, Frank. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
2nd and long. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Target off. Target.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
58, boys. 58. 58. Mike. Check Mike. Check.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll go down at the 28. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one is right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard. Line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
57's the mic. Watch 57. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. And go.
They'll set up to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 37-yard line. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Shift. Pilot 64, weak. Ready to go.
2nd and 6. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he can be a big-time playmaker for us.
Ready.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Hey, switch gears. Mike's 59. Mike's 61. Matchbox, light. Shoot. Alert flare. Ready.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
Ready.
At the 27-yard line.
Protein spill. I'm going back to you. Delta. Mike 5'9. And go.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
57 to Mike. And come on out here. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Alert 3. Gone. SOS.
Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Ready, break. 59, check, 59. Watch the out.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
Say, 66. Bullet. Ready.
And they try to sweep to Jones. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Alpha. Mike, check, 59. I got you. Hot.
He'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Fletcher Cox picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Wentz now just 5 of 16 throwing the ball, but he's got a 1st and 10. Here's Bernard. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On 2nd and 9, Wentz. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and it's 3rd down.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on them all game long.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Okay. Blue dog Quarkers. Blue dog Quarkers.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Come on, QB, come on.
They'll run here with Eckler. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. The Ravens on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 19.
Mike 57, Mike 57. Come to Wild World. Ready, go.
Back to throw here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Sean Williams. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
At their own 47-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times...
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8.
Here I come again. Here I come again. One flag. Check the backer. Check the side. Solid.
Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Better ball security, but not much else to show for it. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
50, 82. Let's go.
Throwing now is Wentz. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 21. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figured.
Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing is Wentz. Throwing left side, it's complete. A gain there of 21 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Check. Ram. Silver.
They'll run on first down. Bernard. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
46-yard line.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Dolphins on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6. And it's caught by Parker. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 36. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Working from the gun. Wentz. That's complete. Bernard. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Wentz going to go on 4th down. Going right side here, and that's complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't fazed them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Here we go. Set. 70 in. Right to 59. Man, I got you.
On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
There. 18 Gator. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. 50, wait. Double tight, guys, double tight. Four down, four down.
And they will take a knee here.
The quarterback on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. And they take a knee.
The quarterback keeps it. A loss of a yard. It's 4th down. Today's final
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Ravens, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now